Story mode. USS Salem, 10th November 1958. The North Atlantic something something.
The coordinates brought us to an uncharted peak. A great mountain rising from the lightless depths, shrouded in mystery. We thought we'd prepared for everything.
This is the USS Salem requesting aid. We have negative rudder control and are taking on water. Our tank mechanisms are unresponsive. Current position is 5-8 TAC 5 1 decimal. Oh my God. What is that?
Whoops.
How little we knew. The abyss hides more than ancient ruins and lost history. And our arrival has not gone unnoticed. In deep waters, the smallest ripple can change everything.
That's a cool intro. And that's a Kraken, alright. So let's have a look at the abyss. See if it stares back. After the fall. Where am I? Welcome. Ooh, new orders, primary, out of the cave. Welcome to Steering Abyss. You begin the game with one diver under your control. Your first objective is to find a way out of the cave. Move the diver by right-clicking on the tile you wish to move. Okay. Divers have action points which determine how much they can accomplish in a single turn. You can spend an action point on movement in one big move or a series of smaller moves as long as you do not take the other actions that use up an action point in the middle of moving. Which is to say, anything but moving ends the move. Divers normally start the turn with 2 action points. You can see action points as orange ovals here and there. Under the diver portrait at the top left of the screen or under the small portrait. A half oval is an action point currently in use for movement. Not blocking much. Larry Croft. Lieutenant Larry Croft. His level 1 is an officer proficient with spear guns and has increased ranged aim. I can rename him. Oh, nice. Slippery. If it's not fleeing, it's just repositioning. Immune to attacks of opportunity. A weapon specialist, eager to try a spear gun on a real target. A carefully aimed shot that hits each target in its path, disorienting them and dealing 17 to 20 damage with a cooldown of 7. Costs all the points that are available. Then you've got in very small print some stats here, which seem to be very important. Bit of a pity that it's so small. Attributes: agility, strength, insight, endurance. There seem to be thresholds at which you get a benefit. This would be end the turn. Alright, let's see. Find a way out of the cave. This looks like the exit. So an action point gives me quite a lot of movement apparently. Eldritch activity. Oh no. Control the camera by moving the mouse to the edges or holding down the middle mouse and drag. Okay. Oh, we can zoom in and far out. Investigate. Lieutenant Croft swears under his breath. A corpse. Of all the caves in the ocean, there's a corpse in this one. That can't be a good omen. Though the uniform is old and the years have taken their toll, it is clear that the deceased sailor was of an extremely high rank, not a man who would be unceremoniously buried at sea under normal circumstances. Mutiny, perhaps? Or battle? There are no answers here. All Croft knows is that he would rather avoid suffering whatever gruesome fate claimed the man. Lowering his head in respect for a fellow sailor, he moves on. And he gained +6 clues, which are a resource for upgrading various shenanigans on the Enigma board and for researching blueprints. 6 clues. Lieutenant Croft. I think the sack is from the USS Salem. I should check it out. I agree. A spear gun. You have found your first item, a spear gun. Divers can normally carry 2 items at a time. Take the spear gun with you by right-clicking it or dragging it out of the container and onto the item slot. Dragging it over there. Most items cost action points to use. All available in this case. The spear gun, for example, costs a minimum of 1 action point and uses up all extra points for increased accuracy. Loading the spear gun also takes 1 action, so plan your actions carefully. Okay. Ooh. It's a bit spooky. An unknown creature. Oh, that's a big jellyfish. Maybe I can get around it somehow. You have entered combat. Use the spear gun, click on it in your action bar, and then click on the target you wish to fire at. You can also use a melee attack that costs 1 action point, but you will have to be next to your target. If you choose to use the spear gun, use your shots wisely. If possible, make sure nothing is blocking your view. When targeting, objects that are on the way will be clearly marked. In the way. Anyway, be aware if there are friendly divers in the target area, you may hit them. So, this is a guaranteed hit. That's the specialist thing. A bit less damage. Oh, look at that. We've got an impact. It's dead. A shocking conclusion. We got a clue for that. The broken jellyfish lies deflated at his feet. Tiny electric discharges still visible within the pale membrane. Croft is no expert on these creatures, but he knows they don't use electricity to hunt or defend themselves. An entirely new species of Scyphozoa? Scyphozoa? In a different context, this would be a great biological discovery, but right now, it's only putting him more on the edge. 5 more clues. Oh, another diver. Navigating the gloomy cavern, Lieutenant Croft comes to an abrupt stop. A motionless figure lays hunched... Oh, my tea. My tea! I forgot my tea. A motionless figure lies hunched against the rock wall, clad in one of the expedition diving suits. He is not alone. Rushing to the side of his fallen comrade, Croft is relieved to see a small burst of bubbles escaping the exhaust vent of the suit. Out cold, perhaps, but breathing. This is Lieutenant Croft. Can you hear me? He can only hope the radio transceivers on both suits are still functional. The moment of silence feels immeasurably long until a faint reply echoes inside his helmet. I'm here. Copy. I mean, it's Petty Officer Hill, groggy and confused just as he himself was upon coming to. What's going on? Where am I? Not a lot of answers as of yet, Petty Officer, Croft replies, forcing calmness and confidence into his voice. Get up and check your gear. We have a lot to do. Yeah. Plus 24 air. So, what's the plan? How are we getting out of this one, Lieutenant? A good question. First things first, we have to find the USS Salem and quickly. Yes, sir. No time to waste. We got limited air, 20 and 24. Sorry. You found a second member of the expedition crew and are now controlling both divers. You can switch between divers by clicking on their portrait on the top left of the screen or by clicking on their model. Your divers also have skills to help them survive the abyss. Mouse over the skill icons on the action bar to learn their function. More skills are gained as divers level up and progress through the game. So currently we've got Lieutenant Croft, who's slippery, as in immune to opportunity attacks, and he does this automatic hit with the spear gun. He's got a knife which does 14 to 20 in melee combat, 66 aim, which I guess is a chance. Brace for impact, absorbs 20 damage, cooldown 4. And then you've got Petty Officer Jacob Hill, who's ruthless, crit chance, 8% extra. He's also a Marine. Provides immunity to physical debuffs and increased armor for several turns. Ah, that's an active skill. Plus 5 armor. For several turns. Yeah, 3. And he's got a medkit. The consumable, okay. Ah, got the text here. Tutorials. Alright. Let the Marine go first. Oh. Okay, one excuse me. One turn uses up 1 air. Oh, 2 of those. Yeah, let's hope we hit it. Yes. Now I'm gonna rush up here. Not enough action points to do that. Yeah, it all costs an action point, so I can just wait, hoping that he will be attacked instead of the commanding officer. Sorry. I had a bit of milk earlier, so my throat is clogging up. Let's see. Abby. How many of them can there be? Well, probably more than we want. Okay, let's go back to moving. And traverse. I want to check over here. Right. Okay. I'm out. This must be the ocean floor. Gather scrap metal for repairs. Anything interesting, useful around? There's some scrap metal here. Should just grab it. Oh, there's a light just north of me. I think it's the USS Salem. That's what I want to hear. I'm right behind you. It's 5 scrap. Gather copper. Well, first we're gonna follow. Over here. Okay. Follow up. Right. Let's do some scouting with the Marine. The anchor of the Salem. Okay, we need the copper first. Where would we find that though? don't see any copper anywhere. This doesn't look like there's copper. Did I miss it downstairs? That would be bad. We did loot that. Hey Baker, welcome in. Welcome to the Stirring Abyss, where I will die soon because I have no idea where the copper is that I'm supposed to find. Oh, that is okay. That looked like seafloor. That looked like a plant. Carefully ascending the sturdy anchor chain, Croft reaches the airlock contraption at the con. The mechanism opens with ease, just like in training. He can't wait to be inside and shed his this damned suit. This is Barotrauma, the turn-based game. The conning tower is a mess, with miscellaneous equipment strewn haphazardly all around the small room. First things first though, the control room. The lieutenant kneels next to the hatch and pulls. The heavy steel door gives way with a tortured creak, revealing an almost still surface of dark water. The ship is flooded. Panic rears its head within Croft. The USS Salem is their only way home, his only hope of seeing his family again. If it is too badly damaged to move or even surface. Focus! The sub is floating, which means there's plenty of air inside. Somewhere. All they need to do is pump the water out of the flooded sections and get the equipment in the control room operational. He's not going down without a fight. Hey Devin, welcome in. Good evening. Welcome to the Stirring Abyss. Oh, Starcrawlers. Yeah, Starcrawlers is cool. Starcrawlers is fine, yeah. I think I streamed that already. Did you like it? That's good. I'm gonna check. I'm not 100% sure if I streamed it already. But the name seems very familiar. Starcrawlers, yeah, I checked it out already. That was cool. Yeah, I think I had it on Game Pass, or we played the demo. Let me check. Starcrawler. No, it's not on Game Pass at the moment, but I think that's where I checked it out. But yeah, I had good memories of that. Yeah. Army Chaos, you did play the update for Striving for Light. Very cool. I'm gonna clean my nose here for a second. It was beta testing, right? Yeah. It's been a bit. Was it last year? No, it was this year. It was this year. Yeah. So earlier this year we had a look at it. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a snotty nose. Would you look at that? But yeah, Bika, thank you so much for recommending it. I might just pick it up. Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not available for 150, sadly. Mission successful. So let's get the petty officer aboard the ship because he's running out of air. Move it. Move it, soldier. The USS Salem. Now inside. Operation after the fall. Mission successful. Top secret. 3 threats neutralized. Also salvaged 14 clues, 5 scrap and 3 copper. Covered most ground in challenging terrain. Larry Croft, best. Oh, we're inside the sub now. The USS Salem is your base of operations through Stirring Abyss. As you progress through the game, you can use power and other resources to restore functionality to the Salem. For example, to unlock the ability to heal injured crew members. You will need to pump the flooded control room to access other rooms. Click the drop symbol to pump it for 6 power. How much power do I have? 11. Pumping costs power which replenishes during missions. You will also need some scrap and copper to repair the control room. The Salem has also an inventory that contains crucial supplies. Drag items out of the inventory and into the divers' inventories to take them with you. Diver inventories can be accessed beneath their portraits at the top of the screen. Here. Medkit. Flares. Ooh. Flares are good. The Marine gets the charge. And I'll take flares. Only 1 medkit. That should be fine. We can also craft something. For 3 scrap we can make duct tape. Doo-doo. Now let's pump out the water. Right, we're down to 5 power. We got +1 supplies. The control room is no longer flooded. However, some of the critical systems in the room have been damaged and must be repaired before it can be used. Mouse over the repair icon on the room to see its repair cost and click the icon to restore its functionality. 5 scrap, 3 copper. The tutorial resources. The great machine comes alive slowly. Machinery is still locked behind flooded sections, responding to the call of the control room. The hum and vibration of the engines brings hope, but not as much as the blinking light on the radio panel, the emergency beacon locator. Tens of diving suits, each fitted with a transmitter, are missing from their storage. Only one single signal is active right now, but perhaps the others are just out of range or temporarily disabled. After the difficult repairs and the haunting emptiness they found on the USS Salem, it feels good to have a clear way forward. Much remains to be done aboard ship. Most functions are completely offline and the rest is held together by the power of duct tape and positive thinking. To make things more difficult, the wiring manual in the control room maintenance cabinet has escaped its waterproof casing. The old girl is going to need some serious dry dock time when they get home. Okay, so to pump this out, just 1 more wire and there we go. The radio array is up and running. Well, that's a good job. We've got a signal. Well, we'll have to move the ship, but it's not far. The old girl can limp that distance even in this shape. Can she now? Doesn't look it. Launch missions. The Enigma board as understood. A searchlight. Costs a 1 power, has a 3-turn cooldown. It illuminates for 2 turns. Amplify signal, evacuate. Rest. The diver is on your away team. Click to remove them from the away team. Cool. Oh, you found a 2-handed weapon, Mikios. Nice. Oh, you unlocked it, right? You unlocked it. Awesome. Oh, this is a big submarine, huh? I love the creaking noises. Okay, this is our map. Where we travel through the Stirring Abyss. The expedition lost. I love the atmosphere of this. The signal's coming from nearby. I don't want to be out here either, but the others need us. Find the endworm. Yes, sir. Duty calls. Let's bring them home. Keep an eye out for the wiring manual as well. Without it, we are in a real pickle. Divers come in 3 different classes. Officers, crewmen, and scientists. Each class has access to different skills and different strengths and weaknesses in combat. Crewmen are melee-oriented and will often be found in the thick of battle, while officers and scientists have more access to ranged and support skills. True. Yeah, flashbacks to the Barrow trauma. The water sounds, yeah, most of the time they are very soothing. A very primal thing. Oh, you found it. You didn't unlock it yet, Mikias. Cool. I found more maces for Striving for Light, and I'm building another circling exploder, but with a different setup. I'm gonna link it on the Discord, Devin, as soon as it's working. It's a fun build. So, both are on the away team, right? Like me. We have a friendly on the radar. I was about to say, why am I not seeing anything? So we're on the ocean floor. Both our crewmen are here. That's why I have a friendly there. And we have an air vent over there and an objective up there. So we send the Marine first. Let's scout. I think the second movement section should not be the same color. Other games do it in blue-orange or orange-blue. Doesn't really matter. Right, so I know this would cost the second action point, but it's hard to not, you know, be 100% sure about the dotted line, for example, for this. I think that's a bit of an oversight on the user interface. Bit. Right, we're gonna switch. The Searchlight submarine skill and the Flares item can be used to scout ahead into the fog of war. Okay, let's use the Searchlight. Ooh, that's cool. It costs 1 power. We only have 4 left. And it illuminates the area for 2 turns, and we see 2 enemies here. Cyphozoas, basically jellyfish. I'm not in a really good position to hit them. Oh, what are you? Are you also? That's just a fish, okay. No, I don't know if I would hit both. Apparently, yes. Oh, with this. Oh, that shot only that one. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. Let's send in the Marine. Until, you know, until the sea monsters come and eat our faces. I'm not sure how fast the jellyfish is. So... Ooh, it got a friend. Can we attack diagonally? We can. Second one hit. Just keep him coming. I would... Can I turn the view? No. Oh, this kind of needs a rotating camera. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. But I accidentally pressed defend, so that's okay. Submarine skills are available on the top right part of the screen and do not require a diver to operate them. Yes. Okay, we take the knife. This definitely needs a turning camera because I can barely see things. But it's a very atmospheric game. That's the graphic style is what made me pick up. The graphic style and the setting and the fact that it's a turn-based squad. Thingy. Scrap metal. That does not cost an action point to pick up scrap or to get air from the vent. Our objective is this way. I'm going to scout ahead. Oh, what's that? Corpse. The ghastly bones have been picked clean. Some previously unknown species of archaic human or another type of mutant. Upon closer inspection, the misshapen skull has a distinctly unnatural look to it, as if it had bulged and deformed suddenly and traumatically rather than having grown that way. Okay, we got 6 clues for it. Right, since it's easy to miss things in this game, I'm just gonna look extra intently at the screen so you know that I'm trying hard to not miss a thing. There's another air vent. Our objective is much further away than I thought it would be. It's an interesting air vent that it has a limited amount of air supply. Oh, jellyfish are coming in there. That worked. Do these count as a kill? Yes, they do. Ah, that's copper. An unknown creature that has 5 health, and if you hover over the creature you can see either its attack or movement radius. Can't be sure. I'm gonna go here and go defensive. Oh, it didn't attack me. Come on. There you go. So let's have a look at that ranged attacker. It might just not be a ranged attacker. Repairing the control room has unlocked 2 submarine skills that will help you find mission objectives and identify and potentially avoid threats. The sonar shows you the direction of the current objective signal as well as nearby air vents. Using the submarine skill to amplify the sonar will cause the sonar to also highlight potential threats. Yes, okay, the rest is self-explanatory. Oh! Look! I don't care how deep we are, that definitely is not normal. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem fond of our lights. An unknown creature. Maybe we can use that to keep it the hell away from us. Well, our objective is this way somewhere. Reload. Now we got our marine friend. We want the copper, so I'm gonna risk going closer. Enemies in Steering Abyss each have unique strengths and weaknesses. Learn what they are and how to exploit them to succeed. Yeah, well, it's unknown. I guess that one's dangerous in close quarter combat, but I'm gonna have Petty Officer Jacob Hill stick a knife in it. It exploded. Disoriented enemies cannot attack or use their abilities for their next turn. Ow! Neurotoxin! They wander about aimlessly and suffer a penalty to their defense. Damage taken while disoriented has a chance to break the effect early. But also neurotoxin, 1 of 3. Does that mean we die at 3 stacks? Oh boy. Splayed open. All that remains of the once bulging pod are the shreds of a thin but tough shell strung between supporting spines. The pressure inside the bizarre coral-like husk must have been immense. A quirk of evolution previously unknown to science, or the consequence of some unnatural force. Whatever does that mean? Dun dun dun. Oh no. Stabby. Stabby? Feel bad. Somehow. Let's go into the cave that doesn't really look safe. This way. There's loot. More scrap metal. Damn. We're done here, mostly. Yeah, the neurotoxin. I should wait for our friend. Also in case he needs help, right? Who was that? Looks like a shrine. Once, what? Open a personnel sheet with detailed info on the selected diver. Yeah, we know that. Oh, alright. Confirmed kills, those are stats. And more skills. On level 2, I can pick between Spotter and Goon. Cool. Spotter. Let's go over there. No jellyfish. The Horned Shadow. Barely audible whispers surround Petty Officer Hill as he approaches the primitive shrine. In this moment, he might have had a chance to turn away, but reason and bravado override the instinctive response to flee. As a set of red eyes flare open between the horns, the moment has passed. He's trapped. Not fear. The voice whispers, I offer much and ask for so little. Hill struggles, but it is as if his suit is lined with lead. There's no escape from the red eyes that seem to burrow into his skull. We have one possible action, which is meet the stare head on. So we stare back into the abyss. Which has the advantage of being... Oh, we don't have any advantage. Medium failure chance. Oh, we roll dice. What? Why are we rolling dice? Are we playing a game with the shrine? That doesn't really fit the game. That's breaking the whole concept of being in a diving suit underwater. Why did they put this in? I mean, it's just random. I mean, it's a fantasy horror game kind of thing, but still, that doesn't make any sense. We rolled a 6, we had to roll a 5, so we were lucky. Why did we roll a 6? Because this is a 3. This counts as 1. Yeah, okay. In some situations, success or failure is decided by a game of dice with fate. The difficulty of the task ahead can vary, and different divers may be more suited. You can choose to re-roll any number of dice once per event. Click on each die you wish to select, and then click re-roll. However, the cursed negative side of a die Prevents re-rolling. You can further improve your chances and so on. Okay, anyway. You have gained access to invocations, abilities and blessings granted by the mysterious patron of the shrine. Invocations use points shared by all divers as well as action points. Yes. They are fully regenerated for each mission. The horns of the shrine and the crimson disembodied eyes are joined by bright blue lines that form the shape of a bull's head. The voice returns, but no longer as a whisper. It roils around Petty Officer Hill, deep as the ocean and inexorable as the tides. That's a hard word to pronounce. You have come to a dangerous place. I don't have a deep voice. Already you have faced my wayward children, and worse awaits should you continue. Vestiges of my power still remain. Call to me if you require aid, and I will attempt to twist the fates in your favor. Who are you? Demands Hill. It's like, yeah, I'll punch you. What do you want from us? Hey, Andy. There's no response. The silence of eons returns, leaving only a tingling at the back of his neck. Someone or something is watching. Andy, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you. We're checking out games again today. Exclamation mark discovery for the playlist. Oh, Mikhails, they do loot drop. They do drop loot, sorry, sometimes. Yeah, it's good. This one's here is called Steering Abyss. And it's a turn-based tactical adventure with a bit of fantasy in it. And we might just run out of air. So we need to go this way. Oh no, what? Look at the size of that thing. And those teeth. I'll throw a grenade at it. Let's keep a safe distance if we can. It looks like a predator. It does indeed. Yeah, I'll skip close inspection until it's not moving no more. Okay. How do we do this? I'm gonna move here and then stab. Oh right, these are the invocations. Providence absorbs the next damage instance from an external source. Ooh, cool. Plus 20 aim. Void step. Step through a tear in time and space to appear in another nearby tile. Ooh, okay. Well. How do we do this? Like this? Uh-oh. Yeah, now we get hit. Oh, they're chains. It either chains or it has a bigger range. Ah, 34 damage. That was good. And stab you. Oh, I missed. No. How many of them can there be? Well, that's hard to find out. So that one's gonna reach us now. Oh, I got poisoned. Yeah, right, okay. Does that count as diagonal? Stabby. What's the black stuff? At first glance, the anatomy of the fallen brute defies all reason. The head is similar to that of an orca with a maw of razor-sharp teeth. Smooth and rubbery skin also points towards a mammalian nature. What cruel trick of Darwinian chance resulted in an ambulatory deep-sea creature is beyond his comprehension. But Croft cannot deny that the fiend did indeed walk these desolate depths. The large bony hooks on the end of each arm look dangerous, but unwieldy. How this beast has managed to dress itself in this sparse loincloth is a mystery, as are the logistics of spinning linen underwater. Perhaps this merc fiend, as he resolves to name the creature, is not a product of natural selection at all, but the loathsome result of a more pernicious process of mutation. I'm learning all the words tonight. Oh, we can fill up our air here. Oh, I clicked twice. That was a mistake. Oh no, it's another one of those bloaty things. Right. Air. Air. Okay. You click once and get between 3 and 5 air, apparently. There's a battle log here that gives you the detailed stats, right? This is available as a demo on Steam, if anyone's interested. You check it out. And if you don't find the game very interesting, there's hope for you, because there's going to be more. Next up, we're going to check out Iris and the Giant. How's the timer doing? 13 minutes. Okay. Iris and the Giant is coming up next. Then we've got Crown Trick and Skatebird for later on. This way is our objective. There's our crewmate. Oh boy. I feel like this is gonna hurt. Oh, I was lucky. I was super lucky. Right. Let's try the rift in time. Cool. Hell, what the hell was that? I'm not sure. How long was that gone? Gone? You weren't gone, you just moved. That place, the dimensions were all wrong and the colors. I can't describe it, it's already slipping away. Teleporting. Dimensional stepping, which is different. This could only be a fishing net. Petty Officer Hill shrugs. Everything's gotta eat, even antediluvian monsters. Yeah. True, I guess. So let's go over here, see if they avoid contact. Go here and shoot it. It survived, barely. Vicious ink. Decrease sight radius, negative aim. Oh, we got a clue. Did the creature die? The gaunt corpse is unlike anything Hill has seen before. Features common to deep sea animals mixed with a frame that is far closer to human than he would care to admit. The size of its eyes explains why the strange beast was so averse to the light of their suit lamps. Compared to the near-perfect darkness of its home, their fluorescent bulbs must have seemed like staring into the sun. The arms, weak and decrepit as they are, don't appear to see much use. The simple conclusion is that the spines the creature propelled must be its primary defense, as well as a hunting strategy. The simple clothing also implies the use of advanced tools. Hill can't help but feel that there's more to these spine skulkers than meets the eye. The ruthless. Shouldn't have got in my way, Skulky. Whatever does that mean? Let's get our crewmate. Petty Officer Hill reaches the unmoving form lying prone on the thin layer of sand covering the bottom of this eerie cavern. He rushes to check the suit. Thankfully, it appears undamaged and sealed. The facial port is fogged over, concealing the crew member within. An auspicious sign, for the helmet of a deceased diver would carry no pale covering of mist. Hill is anxious to find out who he has found, but that will have to wait until he can arouse them. Not arouse. Rouse. Different. He peers into the tenebrous dark beyond. A chill runs down his spine. Petty Officer Hill hopes that some of the questions that have plagued the survivors will finally be answered. Of course, even just recovering another one of the far too many presumed dead in the incident would be more than he could have dared to hope for. Snapping out of it, Hill realizes there's no time to waste. Breathing or not, the incapacitated figure may need medical attention. Yeah, they did. I think they did a good job. It still is a lot of words, and it's nothing I would stream because of that. But for today's purpose, I will read all the words, so you get exactly an impression about that. Amount versus quality versus is it a good fit, right? Oxy, welcome in. All the words. Breathing or not, the incapacitated figure may need medical attention, and his own tank is running lower with every breath. He holds his breath as he shakes the suit gently. Seconds feel like hours until the other diver responds. The petty officer backs off, allowing them to come to terms with their surroundings and situation without risking a potentially dangerous collision. Soon, a crackle on the comms channel announces that the unknown crew member has activated their radio. Where am I? Can anyone hear me? Jacob chokes back tears of relief and activates his comms. Long story, but I'll say this, it's good to hear your voice, Petrov. A glimmer of hope lifts his spirits. Maybe there's hope for them yet. What happened, Petrov? Do you have any idea where you are? Or how you got here? Hill, is that you? The voice of the senior officer is weak. Though she's trying to mask her fear and confusion, Petty Officer Hill can tell the ordeal has taken its toll. Petrov continues. Hey, Deviate, welcome in. That's not what Petrov said, though. Steering means staring in your language. Is that a coincidence, maybe? Today's Christmas? What? I don't know if I've got the answers you want. It's all jumbled up. The dreams, Hill, the dreams. I feel like I dreamt 1,000 lives, interconnected yet unique, with purpose beyond any I've known in this dreary existence. And now it's all slipping away. Hill gives her a moment. While the science officer was speaking, he checked the meter on their oxygen tank. Inexplicably, it's completely full. Plot air. I don't even remember how I got in the suit. The captain was there, walking in front of me, guiding me through the weeds and ruins, and we were not alone in that oppressive gloom. Shadows lurked at the edge of the lamplight. Hill, the shape's not of this world. Ah, dear God, why must the splendor and grace of my dreams fade, and this horrid memory remain? She is visibly agitated now, the shaking of her arms clearly noticeable even with the bulk of the suit. Hill reaches out to grab the shoulder of the science officer, and the contact, remote as it is, appears to bring some relief to his bewildered companion. They let us pass. Onwards we continued, our destination apparently clear to Captain Ashworth, for he strode on with the determination and purpose of a man who knows his path. Without warning, the captain stopped. There were large rocks around us and a dark yawning chasm in the silt. He turned around then. It was him, but it also wasn't. The loathsome face I saw haunts me still, staring at me with cruel, gleaming eyes. Something moved behind me. The captain must have seen, but did nothing to stop it or warn me. I tried to pull my knife, but an impossibly strong grip pinned my arms. He just stood there. How could he just stand there? Petty Officer Hill sits in stunned silence for a moment. Somehow, despite all the unimaginable horrors he has witnessed in these accursed deaths, the thought of brave Captain Ashworth abandoning his crew, it is too much. He goes insane. His deliberation complete, Hill speaks with calm conviction. We have to find him. We have to find the truth. Ooh. A female crew member on a sub in 1958. Yeah, science officer. Discovery streams are like Christmas. Aww. Oh, come on, guys. Don't derail the chat into that area, please. Thank you. Okay. You found and rescued another diver and completed the mission. Yay! Now it's time to evacuate. Yay! Also, the Salem can't get to you while you're inside the cave. But once you're outside, you can set up an evac zone from the subskill action bar. Subskill action bar on the top right of the screen. Evacuate. That's the only exit. Or is it? Let's use one of the flares. Ah, okay. I thought there might be an exit here, but there isn't. We actually have to jog back. Yeah, well, it's a fantasy game, so there's no reason to apply real world sadness to it. Anywho, it's not a game where I would have expected lots of text. By the way, I just knew it was an atmospheric RPG kind of game on the ocean floor with this particular graphic style. That's all I knew. I didn't know it had that much text. When I read squad-based, turn-based tactics, I was sold. Oh. Well, let's go back. Let the others go first. Numbing darts. Solving darts. Ooh, cool. Let's go over here. All the emotes. Yeah. It has a bit of XCOM to it. The old ones. That's true. Let's end the turn here. And now we're gonna send out Petty Officer Hill with a knife. Stabby. More food for the scavengers. Let's set up an evac zone here. And now we're done. Back to the sub. The USS Salem. Okay. I like this. You gathered enough clues to start unlocking upgrades through the Enigma board. Repair the officers' quarters and then get going. The tired crew return to the control room of the USS Salem, having shed their diving suits. As they descend the ladder, a meek voice calls out from beneath. Welcome back, guys. Standing near the controls is Kevin, one of the ship's cooks. Kevin the cook. He looks haggard but alive. He continues, sorry I didn't speak up sooner. I came to inside one of the damn storage lockers just as you were heading out, and I wasn't myself for a bit there. Boy, I had some strange dreams, I tell you. Davis is clear, still a bit out of it, but it's good to have another member of the expedition back, especially the cook. Right. The mess, the officers' quarters, the valve room. We use up power here and find 5 scrap metal, and now we can repair for 15 exactly the officers' quarters. And we can now use the Enigma board. Now we can use the Enigma board, which is down here. Okay. 2 Eldritch dice. Costs 40 clues. We've got 64 clues. All divers gain the ability to exchange their sanity for invocation points. Ah! Yes! 6 maximum sanity, all divers. And 10 maximum health. When selecting mutations, choose from 3 options instead of 2. Spoiler! We didn't even know we could mutate. More air. Base melee damage increased by 20%. This is kind of cool. Exchange sanity for invocation sounds awesome. We unlock that, which unveils these 2 extra invocation points or 2 corruption level reduction. Nice. The setting is awesome, yeah. I agree. But I'm afraid our time is coming to an end. The Stirring Abyss is a very interesting game. A bit heavy on the text, at least in the beginning, but it's about squad-based combat, turn-based combat, and managing the submarine and the resources you find. Pretty cool. You can check out the demo and play it for yourself. I'm not sure how much there is to do in the demo after what we just did in just over an hour. But yeah, it's quite unique. And sort of what I was looking for today's discovery. Something unique.